Hi, today we are going to understand how we can create PDF files on automation from a Notion form. As you can see in the background, I have got a standard operating procedure form. So this is a SOP form which I have created in Notion. And we have got all fields of information related to the SOP. Once the user fills in all the details and they click on submit, the response will come up in the responses side in this particular database. I already have created two submissions out of the particular form and it's a dummy submission. And now I'm looking to create a PDF file on automation whenever a new response will come up inside this responses database. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help me create PDFs on automation from Google document with the help of a Notion database. So a Google document will help me serve as the template file for the standard operating procedure, and the Notion database will help me have all the records of entries that we see over here, which will be automating in this case. You can use this setup to create anything such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations for your business on a day-to-day basis. Let's click on create PDF and let's quickly sign in over here, and then we will understand the remaining steps of automation and how it can be done. So once you log in, you will be able to see two things, that is adding a Notion database and then connecting a document corresponding to the database. Once these two things are added, you will be able to see all the properties of the database one below the other over here, which you can copy and paste onto the document live, and then you can create the PDFs out of it. So first step is adding the database. So click on add Notion database. And now what you can do is you can simply copy the database title on what you have on your workspace and put it inside the selection pages screen. So go to select pages and simply enter the database title inside here, and you will be able to see the particular form pop up over here. Click on this and the form is now added, and this is how you add a particular database. So always enter the database title inside the search pages to be able to add it. If you are looking to add a database by selecting these top level pages from this list, the experience will not be smooth and you will not be able to add the database correctly. So I will always advise to enter the database inside the search pages and then only add the database. After this, if your database is connected with other databases through the use of relation and roller properties, you also need to add all the relational databases used. So let's say my SOP form is connected with database A and database B through relation properties. I also need to add database A and database B over here. If and only if you add all the databases inside the search pages, then only the PDF that will be created will have all the relation and roller properties come up correctly and it will be complete. Otherwise, the PDF generated will not have any relation and roller values. Okay. So make sure you're always adding all the relational databases inside the search pages along with the main database which you are using. Having considered all these points, let's scroll down and click on allow access. And now we will get access to the SOP form which we have over here that we can use for the automation steps. If a database is not visible in the drop down, simply click on reload database, or you can even try to refresh the database once or twice and the particular form will appear over here. Okay. So in my case, it is still not yet visible. So let me click on reload databases once again, and then I will be able to see the particular database over here. So you can see the SOP form is visible over here. Click on this, and now you will be able to load all the properties of this particular form right inside these fields. So you can see every property of the SOP is automatically shown over here, which we can map onto the document one after the other. Okay. If you scroll to the right side, you will be able to see these two additional columns, generate PDF and PDF file. So any record which is marked to ready to generate, the PDF file will be created for those specific records and it will be stored in the PDF file column right over here. So make sure you are putting the records as ready to generate whichever you want to convert to PDF files. After this, it's time to add the document. So click on add Google document, and if you already have a SOP template on your drive, you can click on select existing document and you can choose any particular template file that you might have on your drive. Okay. I do not have any such template available, so I will instead add a demo document which will have the properties automatically tagged. Okay. So as you can see, it is creating my demo document over here. Let me remove the portion which I do not need, and this is the document which it has created. Okay, so let me rename this to like something standard operating procedure. So you can see I just created a demo document right inside my Google Docs with all the placeholders of the Notion database already added. So we have respondent, responsibilities, scope. All the fields are coming directly from the database over here. So responsibilities, purpose, scope, all the fields are automatically shown over here. So when the PDF will be created, all these fields that you see inside double curly brackets will automatically be replaced from the database, and then the PDFs will be created after replacing all those values. Okay. If you want to manually add any properties, you can simply click on copy. So let's say if I want to add responsibilities, I can simply click on copy and I can go to the document and put it anywhere. I will use Control V or Command V on my keyboard. So this is a keyboard shortcut which I can use. It will simply paste the property live onto the document. Similarly, let's say if I want to add received by, I can click on copy. I can go to the document and paste it anywhere. So this creates live mapping right inside the document for a use case. In my case, all the fields are automatically mapped, so I do not need to map any more fields any further. Okay. One more thing is I can define how the PDF file will be named. So in my case, I want to create the PDF file by the purpose column that you see over here. Okay. So I will just select purpose column in the drop down, and all my files will be named as per the purpose column that we have over here. So everything all set up. Let's click on download PDF, and now the PDF will get downloaded onto my downloads directory, as well as it will be stored right inside the database within this PDF file column. Okay. So you can see the first file is already out, and it is also downloaded to the downloads directory. So if I click on this file, I will be able to see all the records populate over here, and every field of information is automatically mapped with the corresponding values that we had in the database. Let's click on the second record, and this also has all the mappings in place which it has created over here. Okay, so we have two different PDFs that have been created with all the fields automatically mapped with all the values from the database that we had over there. Now, to truly automate this solution, you can click on setup notion automation, and this will now automate the particular PDF generation forever, which means whenever a user will click on submit and a new response will come up over here, all you need to do is you need to simply mark it as ready to generate, and the PDF will automatically be created right inside this database. So whenever you receive a new submission, simply mark the record as ready to generate, and the PDF will automatically get created right inside the database. So this eliminates the need to go to PDF output, set up everything from scratch and create a PDFs. Rather, once everything works correctly, click on setup Notion automation one time, and all the PDFs will directly be created inside the database whenever you mark the records as ready to generate. This makes the experience truly seamless, and it works 24/7, 365 days, and you can create unlimited PDFs within the database using the same mapping that we did earlier over here. I hope this entire explanation was clear and helpful to you. If you still have questions, use the chat bubble at the bottom of the screen. Send me a message with your queries on this. I'll be able to address it as soon as I receive it. Or else you can go to the contact section at the bottom of the home page. Send me an email with whatever issues you might be having. I will be able to read your email and answer to you as soon as possible. You even have an option to book a free demo session with me where I will be guiding you through entirely step by step how to use this tool if you're still not sure of anything that you might have seen in the demo. Okay. And as you can see, it has started processing this record, and it has also completed and stored the PDF right over here while we were demoing this entire database. Okay. So you can see it processes instantly, and it saves the PDF right inside the database the moment you mark it ready to generate.